Well, hi, Sagittarius. First of all, thank you so much for joining me. I am really appreciating the likes and the subscribes and shares. So please remember to subscribe if you haven't. All right, so the first card of your spread is the Knight of Wands. I feel like this is you guys. It's in the first place of the spread. So it's obviously she's going off to a new venture. She's going off to a different job. She's wanting to make money in a different way. And again, the Knights, this can be a he or she. So don't feel excluded, either gender. But there is a calmness about this as she heads on to the path of, say there's a town here that she's going to, a feeling of resolve, a feeling that you've made the right choice and that you creatively have been inspired to take action on your new plans. So some of you might be traveling to a new location. You might be taking on a new project or job, something that has lit you up, somewhere that you have felt like you needed to go for a long time. I'm feeling like for some of you, this actually could go into March as well, because it's feeling like March is a time where you're making, I'm hearing the word renovation, and it's not only renovation of a property, it could be, but renovation of your life, how you're thinking, your health, what you're doing for yourself, your spirituality. And I heard the word demolition too. Demolition? That's probably more how to say it. Sorry, I have a little bit of a cold. But so demolishing what hasn't served you, letting that go. And that comes up a little bit in the second card. This is the Four of Swords. And normally this card talks about taking a vacation or a time out from life, meditation, relaxation. As you can see, he settled there under the tree. It did come up as in reverse. It feels like, to me, some of you all need to, there could be an over-anxiousness going on with you. I'm feeling like some of you even maybe a little bit of tightness, and I'm talking about physical over-anxiousness and mental, to where the point of tightness in the shoulders, tightness in the lower back, in the knees, the joints. You know, that happens when sometimes it happens when we are afraid of moving forward, or our first chakra is out of balance, because that's where safety, security, material security lies, is in the first chakra, which is in the lower back. And it affects our knees and our legs and hips. You know, this is not for all. And I'm just saying, if you've been experiencing that, then, you know, put it in the comments below if you would like. I always enjoy the comments and like the comments and like to answer them as well when I can. So if you've been experiencing that, you know, you could feel that you do have a new creative venture, but there is a bit of a over anxiousness, or you're not quite settled on it, because the card after this is, I call the transformation card. In traditional tarot, it's called the death card, which I don't particularly care for. In this particular deck, it's called the Lord of the Shadows. So you can see how this Lord of the Shadow person, who's very well, has this very well dressed, not really, dressed in this sort of dreary cloak. That's why I was thinking she's very well dressed for the part. She looks a little dreary from behind, but as you can see, there's the butterfly for transformation, and she's watching these two as they're walking into the meadow, and there's a well, which means there's always bounty to drink from. Once we get over and once we transform through our anxiousness, as I was talking about earlier, through our fears, our worries. So I feel like that's been coming up for you a little bit as you have been concerned about, it could be a number of things, but your life has been changing. For some of you, it has been changing in the biggest ways. Whether you've left a relationship or changed homes, moved home, sold your home, kids going off to college or, getting ready to. But I feel like it's more of a spiritual internal feeling, because this is about you needing to take that time out because you do feel over anxious. You're needing to turn over a new leaf, I guess is what I want to say. And in this card, you're going to do that. You will transform. You will make things better. Maybe you've been concerned about your finances, or it could also be too, I'm getting, for some of you, it could be that overspending, eating, some of the addictions in life. And I'm not trying to be negative on this card. I'm just saying that for some of you, it very well may be. And you're having to get through that because you have a new opportunity. And you need to transform. You need to make your life different so that you can adjust to the new situation. Because I love the card that comes under the Knight of Wands is the Queen of Wands. And, again, this could be you. There's a lot of fire energy in through here. You have like 1, 2, 3 wand cards. And they're all very positive cards. The Knight, it is in their mid-age. They're going off to seek new adventures, new employment, still on their path of manifesting money and opportunity and growth and expansion. The Queen of Wands, she's done all that. She sort of channels all of that. She's an inspirer. She, as you can see here, she's proud of her home and what she's done with her house. You can tell she's not missed many meals, so she loves to either cook or be creative within the home and outside of the home as well. The purple flowers are for her intuition. She relies on that. It's not a water sign, but you all, with your fiery passion, you are intuitive. And I'm looking at particularly at the birds and the butterfly in the air. So to me, that always means expansion. And she's pointing up at this Knight. So I feel like, this could very well be you again, because this is a fire sign. And she's pointing up at this. And of course, she has her wand as well. So another fire sign could be guiding you or mentoring you in the right direction. And this also could be, it could be a parental figure. It also could be someone in the spirit world that is help guiding you. Because she seems very, translucent to me. Very cheery. She's, full busted. Of course, she has this human body. But I feel like for some of you, she could be a spiritual essence. Maybe she's someone that's passed over or passed into, the other side of the spirit world, and sort of like a guiding force. I don't usually get this out of the Queen of Wands. But if she's not in the spirit world, she's someone on the earthly plane, he or she, this can be a man or a woman, that channels creativity, that channels inspiration, that channels the knowingness of how to create what she wants out of nothing. It's spin gold out of cotton, that sort of thing. So I feel like she's a big support to you guys. And I feel like she's of help here too with you in this situation. I feel like some of you, either it's been a physical thing or You feel upside down. You feel topsy-turvy with what's going on, and that's the need for the transformation. Because then you have the Nine of Pentacles come up. And the Nine of Pentacles is very much about happy home, happy family. This is about your money. And even though you have this feeling of topsy-turvy, you know, it's interesting though, when he's upside down, he's looking at the water. So maybe he's feeling out his emotions and seeing what he really needs to transform, to make life better for himself, his creativity. I keep saying that, but that's the word that keeps coming up. What makes him emotionally happy. And like I said, this card below, here's the Nine Pentacles. The kids running through. So this is what's, the Nine of Pentacles comes up after a job well done, job earned. It's not like you've been laying on your laurels. This is happiness after hard work, really. And it could very well, I always look at what catacorners. So it could be you're going off here to this new position and you can gain financial wisdom and financial strength and financial manifestation from this new venture. You have the opportunity to do this. And you have the opportunity. I love that the Four of Wands is the last card that came up, because it's almost like the Resolve card is seeing the fruits of your labor. It's putting together a structure, because four is about structure. And here are the Four Wands. So throughout all of this change and this, I feel like apparatus. Well, I'm not sure why that word's coming up. And why in the context of this reading it's coming up, but through all this apparatus and change, what's going on with you, you are going to be able to manifest some income and see the fruits of your labor. And it could be too that you join up with someone in your company, you partner with someone, you meet someone new, a romantic love relationship from the work, the project that you all do together. As you see, there's two people pouring cider, if you will. There's fruit on the table. There's the wreaths at the top, and the wreaths always indicate to me celebration. So I love that, you know, the first card and the last card are about your work, what you do in the world. One means you're moving on, you're receiving employment. The last one means you're seeing the fruits of your labor. And you're also, you've received money. This could also mean too that someone is loaning you money, or that you take out a loan on your home. I don't know why that's coming to me, but it could mean too that you all have wanted to do some improvements within your home, or you want to purchase something, some machinery, or article of, I was going to say article of clothing. I'm not really sure what it is. If you're in manufacturing, a plant facility, something to go in there. I'm not really sure what that is, but it does come up that this card, when I think about it, in that position, there's something about generosity, or at least willing to help out. And that could be also you helping someone out. Either way, I'm getting it possibly surrounding you, though. You're the one that's being given the opportunity. Okay. Well, then the Knight of Rods comes up. Okay, well, same card. Interesting. This is a completely different deck. And this is the Knight of Wands. Same card, just different deck. So you guys are definitely ready to move into a different direction. This one has a little bit more fiery passion in his eyes. This is a woman, this is a man. It doesn't matter. Knights are knights. But the spark of adventure is within you. It's definitely within you. You're just going to see some, maybe a little bit of turmoil or different events than you thought. Maybe that you need to change some. Well, that's what I was talking about. And once you do that, you'll see this positive movement. Maybe a whole new venture for you that you're not expecting. Okay, then the Ace of Rods comes up, and this is in reverse. So what has felt like a, possibly a new opportunity, it's still there, but it's not going as quickly as you want. And it did come upon this Four of Swords in reverse. So if you've taken a new job and you've thought, well, this is the be and all, this is it. I'm never going to take another job, or I'm never going to partner again. This is the last one, and this is the one that's going to make me a ton of money. Then just have patience with that. The opportunity there for growth and excitement is in the making. It's just not quite ready for you. Yeah, because the Two of Swords comes up. And so this is about not seeing all the options and having a closed arms over your heart. And there's water in the background. So she's emotionally and thinking wise, because these are swords, she's not seeing everything. She's not seeing all the ways that this can play out. And probably, I say she, but this, this would be you, or the thinking of, what, I'm not ready for this. I'm not open to this. But I do feel like that if you stay open and lift the fog out of your mind. Maybe you've been feeling a little bit foggy, you're not clear-headed, you're not seeing things for what they are. It's a different vision that way you want. You're very strong in not changing yourself. I think you're going to need to change in some ways. Wow, because then the World card comes up, and this is the last card of the Major Arcana cards. And so this, how the Major Arcana cards go. It starts with the Fool, who is a young child who's on an adventure, and he goes through life. He has parents, the Emperor and the Empress, and school, the Hierophant, and, all the different aspects of the Major Arcana, the ups and downs of life. But finally, at the end of life, there's enlightenment. There's lessons learned. And this card is saying that follow the path of least resistance, the path that you know is the best for you. Might be a little bit of changing, but you can use, all these strong animals. Here's the lion and the boar and the hawk and man, and she's holding this wand right here, actually. She's kind of like a goddess, and she has a wreath around her. So she feels the strength of all of these animals and man, and she's created her own world, her own enlightened manifestation here on earth. So I feel like if you all do that, if you will transform some this month, you will see the fruits of your labor, and you will see enlightenment. You're ready to move forward. Again, this comes up as, yeah, you're ready, you're ready, you're ready. And sometimes the Knight of Rods moves a little too quickly. And I feel like this is the card that may slow you down a little and make you transform, but that's okay. It's still in the making. Plans are still in the making. Okay, I'm going to add the cards up. I hope this makes sense to you all. Again, this is Sun, Moon, or Rising, and it will for some of you, and some of you, make sure and watch your Moon and Rising signs as well. So we have the 1, 4 is 5, and 13 is 18, 19, and 9 is 28. 28 and 4 is 32, right? Since I've been doing more cards, there's There's more to add up. I'll do this backwards. 4 and 9 is 13, 14, 27, 31, 32. Yeah, okay, good. 3 and 2 is 5 in numerology. And 5 is about freedom. And for you, for this particular reading, it feels like for me is to like let yourself transform from the butterfly or from the cocoon to the butterfly. Let your inner child, your inner person come out and play. Because I feel like you all are going to see some changes some vital changes within your physical, mental, spiritual, and emotional self. And the 5 in the major arcana cards is the Hierophant card. I was just talking about the Hierophant a minute ago when I was explaining the major arcana cards. So the Hierophant is number 5. So the Fool has, I hate to say the Fool, but it's the little boy starting on his journey, the mother and the father, the emperor and empress. And then eventually he goes to school. He goes into social structure and spiritual teachings. And he learns about those. And I feel like, again, that's what this is about. It's going to pry open your inner awareness of mostly yourself, but I think it will help you recognize others and who they are and why they're in your life. Interesting. Okay. And I am noticing that there are 2 couples we have down here. So I feel like you are going to be doing some of this towards the end of the month with other people. All right.